And welcome. My name is Joe Vika and I'm broadcasting for Joe Vika TV. I don't know where you are joining me from. I want to discuss on a very short topic, and the topic I have says Ndi Igbo, who stole your identity? Who stole your identity? So that is the topic I'll be looking into tonight. Let's know if there's anything like identity stealing. Let me check my monitor. Is it working? Yeah, I think it's working. Ndi Igbo, who stole your identity? Okay, I want to pray. As a priest of the Most High God, I must have to commit my gathering, staying into the hands of the Lord. Let's pray. Our dear Lord and our Father, I give praise and thanks to your holy name. I just thank you for all you've been doing for us as a family. Lord, in your name we come, in your name we go. Blessed be to your holy name. For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, as a servant of the Most High God, I want to take my background scripture from the book of Luke chapter 1, from verse 21 to 22. I'll be talking about Ndi Igbo. Who stole your identity? By the time you listen to me, you'll be able to know that if there's anything that like identity stolen. Wow, Choma, welcome, man. Ndi Igbo, who stole your identity? That is the one I want to consider today. Who stole your identity? Now, when we talk about identity, we have different features that make someone to be identified. There are about 4 or 5 strong features that one is being identified with. So I'll be discussing on one of them. But before I discuss on one of them, let me begin to tell you what we call identity, the mark of identity. Number one, when we talk about mark of identity, number one of them is your background, your color. A color is a mark of identity. That's why when you want to see somebody, you describe him, he's a white man, he's a black man, he's an African American man, he's this and that, because your race, that's I can call it race, your ethnicity is one of the mark of identity, where you came from, ethnicity, your background. That's one. Number two, when we talk about the mark of identity, is your with your address, your dressing. You can be given an identity identified by the way you dress. That is why if you see anybody with arm on his body with a uniform, black and black in America, he's a policeman and security officer or one or the other. So you can be identified by your dressing. That's what the people that say something, the way you dress determines the way you be addressed. So dressing is one of the marks of identity. Remember, I'm mentioning to you 3 marks of identity. I took my scripture from Luke chapter 2, verse 21 to 22. That place says something. It said, on the 8th day, when the child was ripe, he was presented to the altar of God, and a name was given to him, the name that was given to him before he was conceived, Jesus Christ. What does that mean? He has been identified by his name. So the number 3 thing, the way to identify something is by name. This is the most prominent way to identify something. And that is why a name has a meaning. You cannot call somebody something, the name that is not bear. A name is so strong. I know that many of you will say, and you're telling us a name has a meaning. What about people who answer George Bush? What about who answer Rice? I will explain that into you. A name has a meaning. A name can affect somebody. A name can influence you. A name can make you do somehow. More especially when it has to do with bad name. Remember, the Bible says something. A good name is better than riches. But when we talk about good name, it doesn't mean when you answer goodness, kindness, lovingness, gentleness. No, it's not what it means. A good name is when you keep a principled life, legacy. So the name is one of the mark of identity. I have about 5 of them, but because of time, I don't like my drive to go too far. I'll be discussing on these 3 for now. So I will take one of them. The identity I want to talk about is name. Who stole your identity? When I'm talking about name, I don't just mean the name you answer, the meaning of that your name, whom you are indeed. So this group of people called Ndi Igbo, this is their name. This particular group of people called Ndi Igbo, this is their originality. What is the meaning of Ndi Igbo? Ndebo, the people of the earlier time. But it's just, thank you, man. If I find that today, people do no longer like to go with that name. People sometimes do no longer behave like Ndebo. Now, if Igbo means Ndebo, the earlier people, those who are fastest, who go ahead of others, those who were there before others, that is the meaning of Igbo. Now, if that is the meaning of Igbo, that means God wants us to be ahead of others in many things we're going to be doing. That is what the Bible wants us to do. Please, if you join, double tap the screen, double tap, double tap. If you are Ndebo, we need to be the first and not the last. In governance, we need to be the first and not the last. In the place of work, we need to be the first and not the last. That is why today, put any Igbo man in any way, he will outsmart you and do well. That is what God put in them. But unfortunately, some places, in most cases, the reverse is the case. Ndi Igbo are no longer what God said they are. They are now begin to ask, who stole your identity? Who stole that particular thing you're supposed to be? Why is it that we are no longer the first we're supposed to be? Why is it that we are no longer walking according to our name? Bible said the name that was given to him was the name that was named on him before his conception. That is a name you bear as an individual. Before I begin to talk about Igbo, but let me talk to you about an individual. What is the meaning of your name? What is the meaning of your name? How can somebody, you come out, you say you are Mwawa? Who is that Awara for you? You come out, you say you are Obatosu. I remember a young man who I heard a story in those days. He said he liked my sister. So they were telling me about the story about him. So my younger sister. So we are very close that if what I tell him, she's going to do it. So one occasion they called me, saying there's a young man who wanted to marry her. I said, wow, glory be to God, because we've been praying that let our sisters get married. And when they told me the story, I was so happy, so happy, so happy. I said, okay. I need to know about him. Can you guys tell me about who he is? What is his name? They said, okay, yes. His name is. The other was saying, what's his name again? His name is Scatter. I said, eh? They said Scatter. I said, no. They said that's the guy name, but we have forgotten his real name. But his guy name is Scatter. I said that marriage will not hold. That's why I say so. The guy is a very good man. I said for him to bear this name, Scatter, he will scatter my sister. They pleaded with me and said, no, I will not approve it. This one that the accident scatter has come to scatter my sister. So that marriage will not work. Have you seen how a name affected that particular young man? Have you seen it? And I refuse to approve it. There is power in name. There is power. That is why when a child is born, there will be a day they will come out. They say, give a child name to this child. And you prophesy, say, Somadina Obianuju. When if your name is Obianuju, it's expected that your family should be prosperous. Maybe you came when miracle, when blessing, when food, when things started coming to the family. They will not name you Obianuju, Iberambodenuju. That's what some people will answer Obiageli. Even though some people don't like it, they say, oh, Onega Gigeli. And the Bible says, so what is the meaning of your name? That's one. Then number two, are you living according to the meaning of your name? Are you a reflect or a replication of your name? Who, if you are not living of the name, then who stole your identity? Who attacked you that you are not living the way it's supposed to be? There are people, by God's origin, they are meant to be prominent in society. But today, I was watching a video of it's something like cage where they keep fowl. in America, in UK, London, Manchester to be precise. I was watching that video, and the person was narrating this are a human being sleeping inside cage in the name of they are homeless. Those people that are there are not meant to be that place. They are not meant to be answering that name, homeless people. The problem is who stole that identity, who attacked them to make them to find themselves in that condition. Something is wrong somewhere, and we're going to dig and discover what is wrong. If you discover what is your problem, you will be ready to recover. I'll be coming to Ndi Igbo before I can dive into Ndi Igbo. I want to address you personally. What is your name? Who are you? That's what I mean. I don't just be that name. How can somebody be answering Rufus, but you don't have roof over your family? How can somebody be answering Frank, but there's no single truth in you? You can never speak Frank. Any message that comes to you is lie. How can somebody be answering Christian, but he doesn't go to church? I'm using it as a literal meaning of what we mean. Because if you are a replica of your name, you should behave according to your name. If you answer something, you must be very careful not to be influenced by what influenced something of the old, because that name is written there. What is your name? Who changed the God's identity over you? Some of you are called to be footballers. You grow up playing football. You grow up seeing yourself shining in football. Whenever you come out to play, things happen. But the devil fight you. Somebody fought you. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, you find this person that's supposed to be a great man in football is busy pushing wheelbarrow somewhere in the market. Something is wrong somewhere. Thank you, guys, for the gift. Who stole you now? Who stole your identity? That a man who's supposed to be an international footballer is pushing wheelbarrow in the market. Who stole that identity? What happened? I want you to check. What are you? What God said what you are? Are you behaving according to what God said? God normally uses your parent to give you a name. That is where I respect our ancestors. I respect our fathers. Those who have God in them, who are godly. They give you a name according to what they see in you. They give you a name according to what you portray. That's what they will say, Emeka, Chukwu Emeka. God has done it for me. Chinyerem is God that gave you to me. These are the names Ndi Igbo has to represent God. But it's quite unfortunate. You see that person that they answering Chukwu Emeka is a wicked man. That was the man that was arrested the other day. Okay, go and check most of the people that apart from those who are answering their negative name. Some will answer Scorpion. He can have what happen now. Capo. Some will say Ginger, Thunder, Swagger. Who changed that name? That you left your God's given name as a Swagger. Thunder. I joke, that is my stage name. Who changed that name and gave you that wicked name? Who is that person? These are the things that can change people. Before I now move to Ndi Igbo, things that can change people's name. Number one is peer groups, friends. Now, if you find if you're always mingle as a married woman, I've said it before in one of my posts. If you're married, all your friends are single. You always mingle with a single. That's everything they see. You might leave your marriage, because when you have 6 friends who are billionaires, you might probably be the next billionaire. They can influence you. You can learn from them to become the next billionaire. Thank you for the gift. That is how this world is structured. If you meet among stupid people, two stupid people, 5 stupid people, you are the next stupid person following them. So if you have 5 single sisters that are with you, it's everything that you are being the next one. You have to leave your marriage. So if you don't want your name to be changed, or if you are telling, you have to check who are your friends. That's what they say. Tell me your friends, I will tell you whom you are. You have people saying it. Tell me your friend. I will tell you whom you are. So one of the ways to change your name is the people you associate with. Who are your friends? How did you get the friends? Did you allow your friend to have you, or you decide to have him as a friend? Every day, if I see in my inbox, people will chat me, I want to be your friend. I saw your suggestion to me. I tell them, you cannot choose me. I will choose you if I want. They say, but I just make a proposal. Thank you for you liking me. I'm sorry. If you chat me again, if I respond, know that I don't have work. Don't let your friend choose you. Rather, you choose your friend. Or you allow it by the person's character. Two of you will come together. Bad influence is one of the terrible things that can change your identity. Can change whom you are. I've seen people who have a very soft heart. But by the time you start associating yourself with wicked people, you will throw away the soft heart God gave to you and wear the heart of devil. Trying to buy people. You can buy people without looking back. Today we are experiencing what wickedness in Ndi Igbo. You will see somebody will pick up a knife, cut his own brother. We are discussing identity. Those of you who want to join me, I will be bringing you one after the other in a couple of minutes. Let's discuss about this identity. So if I bring you up, please do me a favor, you meet yourself. Who changed your name? Who changed whom you are? I've seen people who say the complaint. You know, before I'm not like this. But since I got married to this woman, I became what I am today. They have changed their identity. They'll say, this woman only way do before. But the kind of work out, this bad man, our sister changed. So if that particular thing has changed you to remove your identity, bear in mind, if you are living with another person's identity, you will never enjoy the blessing that God gave for you with that identity you're supposed to enjoy. What do I mean? Everybody has an identity. If God identify you as this, that is a blessing, that is something good kept for you if you follow that line of your identity. If by the time you approach the line of identity and you deviate and use another person, you imitate another person, become an imitation fake of another person, you are simply losing the focus, the target, the blessing that is coming ahead of you by becoming whom you are. That's why they say, when a purpose of thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you don't know the purpose why you are created, you will abuse whom you are. But the question is, do you really know who has been changing what God has given to you? How can somebody, we have a heart, onye gị na ya na-asụ Igbo, that's when the biko ebulam, gị mepe ọnụ, gị tọrọ ya, narakwa ego from his own people, were ebe gbagbuo nwanne gị. Who changed that identity? And when I see one I was just watching a video that was sent to me now because of I'm using on the phone. I would have sorry with the picture. This young man, Ndi Igbo, gara India, or gacho ego, one day I got Uboya. I hope in the story, Otoshwe this boy, Edonia Igbo, Yanoga, Kachobia, the person, it will marry. Your identity have changed. You are no longer the normal way you are a Mondara. Who changed your identity? Is it your attitude? Or is it somebody influencing you? Now, let me not go too much for in your personal life. Now, let me come back to Ndi Igbo. I told you earlier that Ndi Igbo, it will simply mean Ndi Igbo, Ndimbo, the first and not the least. Those who go ahead of others. Ndi Igbo. Now, by the time we will discover that Ndi Igbo and the people they would walk, I know for whether you believe it or not, that is me. That's what I believe. People don't like me saying it, but that's the truth. And the what I know for because of our God has been. Sometimes we are too loud too. We too brag. Only but when they wanted that, what in our a change here, or batobie in a so batobio, only keep the problem that before. Okaha de book one kita, only one of our problems. Obato Zoha. I want a barambadi there. I don't want to. Igobo. Blah blah blah. And answer because of 200 naira batala. And by so doing, we become a threat to people because I could be hero. Then when the people start fighting you now and they start buying you, that was how we heard the story, 1941, they buy Ndi Igbo, now the north. This is how they started buying us. And they Uchuku went see that no more with the marginalization is too much, the buying is too much, we need to go to war. In planning to declare for war, we need a name. Among all the names that were suggested, somebody made a suggestion. To the Portuguese who brought this name, Mafia, meaning those who live in the Rivera area, the bite of Biafra. To them, is people. Then they also replicate the same name. Those who also live in the bite of Biafra, Mafra, they gave us that name. So when Ojukwu discovered another Ndi Igbo, the way to carry our brothers who are also in the southern region, Niger Delta region, to carry them along, he took the name, one of them suggested, Franco Pigo. So, okay, say Biafra. Let's go with that name. To make it, let's join. But let us be the dominating, let us be the largest ethnic group among the Biafra. That is how they adopted that name. But do you know that name was used to fight war? That name was used to buy us. That name was used to keep us hunger. That name brought kwashoko. That name made us cry. That name lost our heroes. That name brought calamity. That name made generation. Some of you are blaming Zeke. My dear, if you are among those who are blaming Zeke for declaring war to end, you don't know what you are saying. Let me not say anything negative about you. You lack reasoning. That war, God, because of God made us what we are. Through our ingenuity, we were manufacturing the arm we were using to fight these people. Ordinary grass we are used. But that time, it will be one day. That time there was unity. So they have unity of purpose. That was one of the reasons when they were winning the battle. But I look at that battle, look at there. The thing continued in a very high, intense way. Then the people now cornered our brothers from the Niger Delta by the Portuguese. I'm going to list to history. They were bringing food for us. Not in the letter very, very well, but the Portuguese, and the Ireland, the Red Cross. They were bringing food for us from the River State area, Niger Delta area. They were about 1 minute, they will bring in with the food until the Nigerian men connived with this Niger Delta and stopped them. They will seize the food and enjoy the food. The food was no longer entering our label. We started experiencing kwashoko. Suffering. And then I'm to eat, they have to follow lizard. Ngwere. Ahoya achoya kebu ya rie. Ndị Nigeria army ha buru ha legbe ha ga na-aga n'ụlọ ihe ha nwe okorobịa nọrọ onwe ya sokwu na-ele anya ka ọ sọ ahụ ya akpọpụta ya ga na-ele anya ya ọ ga na-agwa ha biko elebe ya people ya arụ aka achụ ndị nnepe ha gawa ha ejidekwa ya aka ha ya gosicha ha ebe ndị ụmụnne na ndị Igbo nọ agbagbuche ha atụtụ ya nwana onwe ya tụa. I heard some of them in that video. So Biafra, that's what to do. I know about Biafra war. Now, in the Portuguese in the meaning of Biafra will be bite of Biafra, those who live in the river area. But to Ndi Igbo, Biafra is war. To Nigeria, Biafra is war. To me, Biafra is kwashoko. To some people, Biafra is loss of life. To so many people, Biafra is disaster. That is what they say. As soon as you mention Biafra, you are reminding the war. Now, if you want to do anything, any day you want to attract war, attract by that day, and the Nigeria will come for you. Or Biafra or separation. I'm not trying to discourage anybody. Let's hear me and hear me good. Am I saying that Ndi Igbo will again? No. We have right to win alone wine. We have right to fight for our freedom. But you cannot open a door that you don't have the key. You will keep on hitting your hand on the wall until you break your hand. If you don't have the key to open it, you will just waste your time. I don't want to do it so much. I don't want this message as if I'm trying to preach about Biafra. No, but I'm using that as a symbol. Don't you think that if you want to throw away God's given name, a name that was given to us even before Christ was born, Ndi Igbo, and take something that started somewhere in the middle of the time, don't you think we are throwing our identity? I'm only asking a question. Let's reason. If I'm the correct, let's plan. I'm going to be bringing people on TikTok, bringing you on Facebook, so that we can reason together. I'm only reasoning. Don't you think that if we don't stick to the original God-given name, we are losing our identity? That is the essence of this message. I'm throwing it as a question. Don't you think so? That if God said these people, then our ancestors who brought that name, they gave it to us. Don't you think if eventually I throw that name away, we are losing our identity? That if we're losing identity, the question is that who stole that identity? Because your name can propel you to do something. Can you, which were married in a hotel? Do you remember many people that give you money on stage as a singer, as MC? It's not, some of them didn't plan to give you any money. But by the time you start praising them, giving them name, hey, okay, that reminds me of one thing that happened. There was a occasion I went for in Port Harcourt. A man built a church and handed over to the diocese single-handedly. One of the Ezes is late in Port Harcourt. So when they were doing that particular thing, because as a journalist, I went with my camera. I took my camera, I bought that camera at that time. I took a very sharp, very well positioned play as the man was doing handover. I took about 5 different, too many shots, but I saw 5 powerful shots. I took that man when the bishop was handing over the church to them. After that shot, I saw that shot was too much. I quickly rushed to the studio, designed it, present the house, church, built, completed by Eze. So person, Eze Frank, he get something. I handed over to the diocese, date, and I put them. I now photo, Jovica, photos. I now carried the picture. I went to him and showed him the picture. He said the picture is fine, but I didn't add all his title. Therefore, he's not going to pay me. I said, hey. And my dad, that time, I was in poverty. My name was poverty that time. I said, sir, yes, it's good. That if I want him to pay me, go back to your studio. He now wrote me all his name and title. Prince, S.Z. Dr. Chief, S.Z. Dr. Frank A.K. Yeah, that's his name. S.Z. Baka Baka. M.O.N. DVD. HIV. GBDC. PDP. GBG. Title. Title was MC. Can you leave me alone? There's a Makabaka, there's a Buruburu, there's a Evo Kingdom, there's a Misama Country, there's a Okasamaka, there's a Ajanajuku. Hey, I have to write all those names. The day I brought it again, if I miss anyone, he will not pay. I wrote all the names. Then when he saw his name, see the praises. There's the one Buruburu, there's the Arapatapi Kingdom, there's the Apete Kingdom, there's the Arabatata Kingdom, there's the Miko, there's the Jaka Jaka, there's the Dada Dada. When he saw it, he counted money to tell them of them the whole camera. That time, that was my first time seeing a bulk money of 50,000 naira. Because I gave somebody a name. Name has powerful. If you're on stage as an MC, I've done MC to some people. Sometimes the way we present this, immediately you walked in, I thought I was seeing good Lord Jonathan Ebele. Immediately walking, I thought I was seeing so thing. I will be making that kind of thing. MC. By the time I made that kind of MC, they will put their hand in the pocket and start spending money. Because somebody was given a good name. Now the question remains, what is your kind of name do you go by? Those watching me here, you need to ask yourself, how is this name influencing me? Is it positive? I'm going to be bringing people now to join me. Let's discuss about name influence, name and influence, identity. So that you will need to know, is it that what is happening to you that you lost your identity? Could it be you lost your identity? Could it be that things are not going well with you? What is the problem? Who stole your name? Who stole your identity? Why is it that you answer rich man, but poverty is another name? What is happening to you? What is wrong somewhere? It can't be Akajack, but it cannot even feed your family. Something is wrong. Who stole that identity? Who stole that your name? Why are you suffering when you are not supposed to suffer? Your name means blessing. You can't be answering blessing, but you don't have goal. That is the essence of this message. Who stole your identity? Who stole your? Who is causing pain in your life? Who is bringing calamity to you? Who is making you to suffer? Another thing that can make people to suffer is misrepresentation. You will do things, they will misrepresent you. Or another thing is misunderstanding. People get you misunderstood. It can bring a bad image on you. They will tell you what you are not. I didn't say. People will misunderstand you. At this juncture, I will hold the peace. If nobody is talking, I will continue and I make up my few minutes. I want to do this about this is 31 minutes now. I've spoken enough. So the question is that, brother, thank you for joining. Do you think that name can bring influence to us? Do you think that name can affect somebody in your own idolatry? Say it the way you understand. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Vika. I am in the office, but I just caught into your discussion and it attracted my attention. And I'm so glad that you are able to open this. Sometimes some words come as a message to humanity so that it can open our eyes to reality. There are so many things we have so forgotten. Most things does not happen via as a result of maybe one person after you or the other. Sometimes we personally are responsible for why we are not what we are.
True.
Just like as he said in the scripture, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What you think is what you become. And what you give yourself, the name you call yourself is what you become. Just like they say, it's the way a man dressed that he will be addressed.
That's it.
Because if you don't dress well, how do you expect what you dress? You are coming to a party where you have some gallant, good-looking, responsible people, and then you are coming with your farming clothes or your mechanic clothes, and you think somebody should respect you. So those who did not really know you by face will see you as a madman coming to a garden of responsibility.
That's it.
And those who see you, who knows you by face and see you in that attire, they will question the situation. What is wrong with this man? Is he okay? So you see that your appearance already gave you a bad name, irrespective of who you are.
Exactly.
So somehow, some ways, you can see like the situation we are talking about the country right now. You vividly understand the country Nigeria has already given itself a bad name.
100%.
And how did it give itself a bad name? It's as a result of bad leadership, bad comportment, bad conductment, instability in governance, and the three arm of government is practically sick. And there's an indication of that, every section, all angle. So that alone have the peak that the name Nigeria is a spell itself and it's a problem in itself. So until we resume on the path of retransforming that name and giving it the name that has given us bad omen, that have credibly portrayed that we are not responsible in some sections or whatever, then the nation will still remain what it is via the bad name it carries or the bad conduct or comportment of leadership and thereabout.
Point. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, my brother made a vivid and wonderful submission. Name. That's if you want to also look into Nigeria, you find out how did the name come about? What's the meaning of Niger? Niger, Negro. No, who knows? These are the things. It's a bad name. I remember as a priest with collar, I'll be traveling to a country. You see somebody that cover himself. Oh, for me, if I see them, my mom will say, "No, terrorist." I'm sorry. I was something called my man T people. Osama. But they will ask them to go. But the way looking at where are you from?
So, hello, sir.
Can you hear me? But by the time I will stay on the line, they'll ask me, what was it? No, me to say, sir. Me to say so that I can finish what I'm saying. So by the time I go to the line, where are you from? Nigeria, left, go this way. What did I do? Go this way. Nigeria has carried a very bad name. That is the truth. Some people are in prison today just because they get green passport. Go to ordinary Ethiopia here. Just people are passing, they are not coming to Ethiopia. They want to use, they are traveling to a particular country and route Ethiopia. That is why today people do no longer enjoy using Ethiopia Airline. Many people who went through Ethiopia Airline ended up in the prison in Ethiopia just because they carry green passport. This is the gospel truth, whether you believe it or not.
You are right, sir.
That's it. I've seen many cases. They will tell me, where are you from? Nigeria? I beg, this way. No, I'm not this way. I have all my documents this way. Because that's the bad name the leaders are giving to that country. I've suffered it personally. It's like also in America, there's a bad name attached to anybody who gets this color. Black. That is why you need to live above your limitation. Don't let what people call you. Don't behave like what they call you to be. If they say you are evil, don't answer evil. You are not. Tell them, yes, I may be black, but I'm not dark. I may be dark, I'm not evil. I may be black, but I'm not evil.
You're making a point, sir.
That is it. So people can give you a name, but the name you get yourself and the name God Almighty gives you should oversee and supersede what people give to you. Don't settle for less. Hey, a flavor, this is that. Some people, because of they want to achieve their sinful act, they will stoop so low. A woman will be calling them a riffraff. Hey, sir. I know of a man I respect so much. I call him uncle. I call him brother. I was seeing a girl that calls me uncle is not calling him by his name. The man have sold his identity before that girl. A man I call Bro Joe. For instance, Uncle Joe, Day Joe. A girl who calls me Bro Joe as well. We see the same man and call him by his name, Joe. You have lost your identity before that girl. Maybe in the name Kiga Puiko. Change. Because of 3, 4, 5 minutes pleasure, you will throw away your identity. We have to be very careful. Because of 3, 4, 5 minutes pleasure, you will throw away who God made you to be. Why did you throw away your identity? Welcome, I have my sister Tree on the building. We are talking about identity. People have thrown away their identity. People have lost it. People have lost it in the lack of woman. I was telling somebody, what is Samson doing in the house of a harlot? What is Samson doing in the house of a harlot? Samson's identity is to bring his enemy down, to win battle for his community, for his country. But unfortunately, battle he could win the whole nation, a whole country, he can win them. But the lap of a woman won him because he threw away his identity. Mama, what's your submission in this topic, sir? Ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for the privilege.
You're welcome.
First of all, let me start by saying I want to thank the last speaker. He really got the point that I wanted to say, but still, I have two or more to add. I want to say that the names we answer at times has so many effects on us, just like you said. Not because a name has maybe magical power or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that the names we answer have some psychological effects.
Mm-hmm.
One, we have a kind of cultural or spiritual influence that a name has over us. In many cultures, including the Bible we read, you see people that answer different names. names carry meaning and identity. Like, for example, we know about Abraham, the father of all nations, right?
Okay.
We have Sarah. We have Hannah. Like today, anybody that bears that name, Hannah, look at them very well. Look at people that answer Sarah very well. I would say all of them. So many of them that has attachment to that name always face what Sarah and Hannah faced. Sarah and Hannah of the Bible, what they faced.
Exactly.
Just like we said before, in the olden days, our fathers, they named us according to what was in existence during the time we were giving birth. Let me take, for example, myself. My Igbo name used to be Ndi. So when I started growing up, people were calling me that name Ndi. I used to answer it without knowing what it is all about. You have Ndi Amaka, Ndi Kama, Ndi this, Ndi that. At a time in my life, in everything, I would be experiencing things that would make me to endure. Every time, every now and then, until one day, I sat down and asked myself, why did my parents give me this name? When I called my mother and asked her, then my father was late. I asked my mom, why did you people name me Ndidi? Every time I'll be enduring. He said, because of these circumstances that came up during your birth.
Exactly.
That was why we gave you that name. I said, why did you plan? I need to change this name. I won't continue enduring. I need to change that name. So when I went back to my base then in Port Harcourt, I went to my father in the Lord, now Bishop Odin.
Okay.
I told him that, please, I want to change this name. He said, do you want to change it? Have you asked your parents? I said, yes, my mother is alive. My father is living. I've spoken with my mom and I need to change that name. So he prayed for me. I said, I'm not going any other baptism. But if I have other names, I can withdraw that particular one that I don't want to answer. I continue with the ones that are my baptismal card. I said, no problem. And from that time, anybody that calls me that name, I will tell them, it's enough, don't call me Ndi again.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I don't want to take our time. What I'm saying is that names have so many effects on us.
That's it.
Personal identity and confidence. Your name is the first gift you carry through your life, all through your life. It can influence you, whether you like it or not.
That is the truth.
It will make you to see yourself the way you are. If you are confident enough, your sense of belonging, where people are. Okay, let's say, for example, your name is Mweke. Your parents named you Mweke. You see anybody that answers Mweke, wherever you see them, they will look like Mweke. And because of that, they will be isolating themselves from the crowd. They won't even feel free to be amongst their peers because of that name. Others will be answering Sandra, Gift, Love, Jessica, and your name will be Mweke. At that time, look, if you look very, very well, look at that person, you will see that the person will be living a kind of secluded life. I don't want to associate with these people.
Yeah.
Names are so beautiful and that. So names have so many effects on us. Another thing, let me say, a name also can influence our destiny. I don't want to mention them. Somebody whose name is, okay, let's say prosperity. That's not prosperity. Literally, it means somebody who prospers in everything, right?
Exactly.
Both financially,
and otherwise.
physically, otherwise, metaphorically, anyway. The person prospers. It affects the person. It affects the person's destiny, future, and all that. And if you see the person, we see that this name really is influencing the bearer.
That's it.
So, because of time, and let me give others
opportunity
to contribute. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mama. God bless you for this wonderful contribution. That reminds, somebody is asking me a question, although that is not my topic. Norom Pedro Ezuma, are you still watching? If you're watching, show me yes, you're watching, so that I can answer you the question. Norom, are you still watching? If you're watching, I can answer. You're asking me. That is not my topic. I beg. Others that is insulting me is stupid in my topic. This one say you are stupid. Is that my topic? This one say what was it? Just no. By their comment you shall know them. By their comment you shall know them. So let me if you are say yes, I'm here, so that I can answer your. He's asking question about Nnamdi Kanu. That is not my topic. But because of if you are patient and you're still watching till now, type that I'm still watching, and I will answer you the question. He asked this question. I will be sincere to myself. That I pray my sincerity doesn't hurt you, but that is me. Yes, sir. You want to say something?
Yeah, Vika. You see, I'm so glad that our sister just buttressed what I was trying to shed light on, because there was an intrusion while I was talking. That's why.
Yes, I heard it. Yes, exactly.
So I want you to understand that people will not see a better picture of what you are saying, because what you're practically putting across was chiseling from certain aspect of my life. It's an eye-opening, and God is reminding me of something which I think my negligence was responsible for that. You see, like you already said, you may carry a very huge identity, but somehow, some way, that identity might be a noble one that brings you before nobles and great people, and they attach values to you because of that identity. Because your identity will also, if you have a positive identity, you will never be devalued by any.
Exactly.
You understand? And your identity will bring you to a place of promotion, not emotion.
Exactly.
And your identity, if it's positive, will makes you dine with kings, because then your identity can always bring you before nobles. But the fact there is this. Another picture I want us to see. Somehow, some way, some people are not responsible for why their identity is not really manifesting what it ought to be.
That's true.
Like you already point out.
Yeah.
There are some who have good names, noble names, great names, as people that they call Richie, wealth, and whatever. They are not wealthy. They lack it. They don't have any access to wealth. Now, let's say parentally, the names given to them as wealth was given to them by their parents. But quote me, it has already speak out automatically to an enemy that is the parental anticipation for that child. And so sometimes names can also be hidden. If you know the environment and the kind of family you come from, you must not throw it open. That's why you see some wise one give a name, the first name, and the middle name become the greater name, which nobody can always know until they grow to understand what it is and they walk towards it to become what their parent gave to them. While there are some who are so dormant, and because they came from a noble family, they believe that can also bring them to a forefront of honor and dignity in life. While there are families you come from, if the name carries weight, like you cannot talk about Odumego Ojukwu family without somebody looking at a warlord,
that's it,
and so on and so forth. You understand me?
That's it.
You can't talk about Nnamdi Kanu to Nigerian government today, and they are not seeing somebody who is trying to be very, very authoritative,
violent, attack them, tell them the truth, tell them the truth, whatever you person want for, you don't care.
trying to define his quest by a kind of way. No, there's a way you define your fights. You understand me? So if you can't talk about Gumi today, you're not thinking about
Bandi.
Gumi. The then Abubakar Gumi, the father, you know what he was, and that is what is the template is what the son is still taking on now.
Oh, really?
Ahmed Gumi, yeah, the father Abubakar Gumi was a big time problem of Nigeria. Majority of the riots that have took Christian riots and all stuff in Nigeria, he preached about jihad, Islamizing Nigeria, making sure he automatically told the government that be within the it's Shagari time and all the rest all the way down and so on. He told the government blatantly that it is not ideal. They were against Shagari for making an equipment his deputy. You understand me? But they saw it as a crime against Islam, that why will you make a Christian, and not just a Christian, Ndi Igbo for that matter, to be next to you, while we are making a decision that, both as it is being said, that a Muslim, a Christian cannot walk hand in hand, based on their Quran, in any leadership, to work with them, to lead their people. They have to be theirs. So these are the pattern which our present president wants to maintain, which they have been trying to maintain from time immemorial. Somehow they logically try to play along, just like Buhari did. Buhari just did that strategy to draw our attention, because there's an utterances he made when he lost the first election that he can do without the Christian. And the Christian hold tenaciously to that. That even if the Christian don't vote for him, that he can always have his way. And he lose that election at first. So in order to put it off from the memory of Nigerians, he came back and strategically brought in then the Tunde Bakare. And then afterwards, Tunde Bakare couldn't find his way. Then the then present president have to shuffle in Sobanjo for him to work with. So that the Christian would now start getting happy. Oh, now he's a Christian. He's going to work with Christian. Everything will be balanced. Not knowing that it was a logical way to just draw our attention to vote for him. You understand me? So that is the side. That is a side. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that there are names that will promote us, there are names that will demote us.
That's it.
Practically. So in this course, like most people will not really have a better understanding of this, because names go a long way. You understand?
Yeah.
It goes a longer way, and it can also mold anyone, and it cannot mold anyone. But sometimes people have names and they don't work towards making that name to have impact, to come to full-time realization of what the name entails. I have people they call great, but they are small. You understand? I have seen people they call, you'll see somebody say Obinna. Obinna, the mind of his father, just like Igbo said, the mind of the father. And then you find out that this person reasons like his father.
Yeah.
His father is a shallow reasoner. He become a shallow reasoner.
Exactly.
And he thinks like his father. The father think about more than one wife. He see himself becoming a womanizer, want to have like 4 like his father.
Exactly.
Because it's the
Obinna. He know I know because I know.
So I had a friend here, which his father always call him. He call him one name, Omekanaya, something like that. I'm not Igbo, but I understand some of Igbo.
Yeah.
I had to say call him Omekanaya. And this guy is so happy, Omekanaya. And the father couldn't lay a block. And he's here partly left and
to lay a block. Yeah, great.
He has not even laid one. And the father is praising like doing like his father. He was having so. And I told him, I said, you got to change this name. I met somebody who called himself Godfrey Unwadibia. So I look at the son of a native doctor. His life was miserable all through. He has never moved forward one day until you have to do a switch from that name and accept a different name.
Let me ask you a question, because somebody was arguing. What about the Igbo that answer rice, bush?
Thank you. let me come to that aspect. You see, what you don't know don't work against you most times.
Thank you.
When you don't have a better understanding of anything, it deal with you surfacely, don't deal with you in-depthly. It's just like you find yourself in the deep of a river. Sometime many years ago, I was swimming when we were in school, and I don't know the depth of the water. I began to get drowned. The fact was because I don't know, that's why I was drowning. But quote me, somebody who knows that place was deep was screaming, don't go there, that place is too deep. And they came to my head and rescued me out. You see, that if I have known, you think I would go there. You know? So these guys in question, they don't even know anything. They don't have culture. They don't have a better understanding of how things run. Their spiritual understanding is shallow in some certain aspect. They believe everything is just what it is. And that is how their case is going to be. Even the demons and personalities or principalities that is work alongside all those things, we not approach them based because Yeah, maybe it's kind of based on what you don't understand. You bear rights doesn't mean that because they bear rights, the economy of the country, their system is okay for them. That is why they are making headway. You understand me? Somehow, somewhere, you see that they are making progress because they are in the Western world. Majority of people bear uselessness, suffer for it. But you will never know if the suffering is come because why? You saw that their society is well organized for them, well built for them. Come and bear dog if you're not going to have a reflection of dog in your life. It must play. Then bear Mr. Rice. Then you see that rice is nothing. There's an aspect of your life that will become nothing because rice has nothing to do with humanity and it has nothing to attach to your person. Let's talk about George Bush. You understand me? And you hear the word Bush. Somebody say, okay, what about Bush? I know people will make reference to that.
Yeah.
Please check their family. Do you see some balancing? They are always curious about something that has to do with war, disaster, whatever.
They're in the bush fighting.
Because they love going to the bush fighting. Something is deaded somehow, some way.
They ambush you.
If you do a different traits. You understand me?
Yeah.
So there are something that had to treat us by name. By name. God told Adam to name all the animals and then he called monkey. Please look into a definition meaning of monkey. He will tell you that monkey is not stable. It's all jumping from one angle to the other. Understand? Then you come to snake. You see snake is subtle. So I think he gave them based on the way they act and the way they behave. So if you want the best of the best, then give whatever you call your product is what it becomes for you. Whatever you call your child is what it becomes for you. Just like you call your children, oh, I'm sorry, this boy, you behave like a goat. You say you behave like a goat, or than a different and say you are a goat. Then get ready to have a child who is stubborn and a child who will not play to the gallery positively. If anybody likes it or not, there's a reality attached to this. We honor God because God brings himself to be supreme to us. We honor him. He said he's the Almighty. So we see him supreme. And when he came and then brought his son and said, Jesus Christ, as it is said, which they refer to him as Yeshua or whatever they call him.
Yeshua, yeah.
We know that. Yeah. But this man called Jesus or Yeshua, this man has proved his name, that he has come to set us free, has come to save, because he said his name shall be called Emmanuel, which means God with us. So with the period of time he spent on the planet Earth as a person, indeed shows that God was with men, because he did a lot no man can ever do. Now, even in his absence, that is not here, his name is still doing something great and magnificent. So that has indicated that name carries weight and carries divine capability to reduce anything that want to abuse the mentality of God to nothing. So as Satan, as it is said, with somebody who is the devil, which is a destroyer. Now, quote me, has it not been so destructive? Then, so we should understand that because ABYZ got this name and it works for him or her and is not in alignment with what he or she possesses, please, it is not basically. Some of them is based on personal inheritance. Maybe you inherited something good.
Yes.
That somebody worked for.
Yeah. In addition, sir. In addition. Okay, sir. Yeah, give me. In addition, when we talk about this name, sometimes the circumstances that brought about that name can also serve as an influence to your life. Probably, like Ndi Igbo as SAG. That means the man is rich in food. So it's just that it could be in their own era. The family was so rich in rice. It was rice business that made them rich. It could be that the rice made them to be prominent. That they couldn't die. They say, why go to that rice family? Rice. Okay, rice. It took up their name. So you are seeing it is ordinary food, but it represents economy, flowing of economy. Because through the rice production, they become what they are, and it becomes their name. And you will be just like we also talking about bush. It could be that now akajaja. Akaja means when my hand is soiled with mud, dust. Definitely, I will eat well. Because for you to eat, we have to plant in the soil. Now, somebody can now akajaja. So you're asking a bad name, dirty hand, soiled hand. But it represents that I really went grand to get where I am today. So the circumstances, the meaning, like Madam Teresa said earlier, you talked about prosper. What you have in mind to bring that name matters a lot. In her own concept, they will give it to her because they were going through pain. Now, can you go and let us keep enduring? So don't judge all the time by that name. You will judge by how influenced the name is to you. Like, how can you mention your name? People say, hey, there are some community today. If you mention that community, everybody will just let it pass. I know of a man that bears a particular name, very simple name. So one of the we call it a primate in Nigeria. He needed a chaplain that will come and serve him. Automatically, whenever he picked chaplain, the chaplain have to fly to Abuja to stay with him. Now, this man had a problem with one family, one man, one called Okereke. Now, so that man dealt with him, suffered him, made him to, I don't know whether to the point of going to prison, I don't know. So he hated that name. Unfortunately, there's a young man he liked so much. He called the bishop and said, I saw one young man, very handsome, tall, huge. He said, yes, okay, it's okay, bring him. So when the guy, with a letter from the diocese, introduced to the bishop, he opened it. Okay, are you okay? Okay, okay again. And the wasn't the matter. He's from the same community with them, but they don't have any relation. The relation that they are from the same side. Are you okay? From Bano? Oh my goodness, Bano is too big. But if you know that you just okay, go back. I will give you. I will tell you. He told the man, please, how will you send Okereke to me? You want what his father did to me? He said, no, they're not different. No, I don't need that name around me. That name represents pain in my life. Don't bring it. So it's happened. So I'm talking about my marriage. There are people that will come. This lady is beautiful, very fine. Where is she from? From so place. Oh, mama. No, don't go there. It's happening today. The name, the individual you're working with is very, very nice. But the name or the place you bear with the name, that name is a problem. So you need to prayerfully ask God. If your name is influencing you negatively, you say, God, please, any negative influence associated with this name will never happen to me. You can change your name. When I mean changing your name, change the narrative, change the story, change your action, change your achievement. You can become a hero if the so-called name you a failure. Thank you. Now, somebody asked a question. Somebody asked a question. You say, oh, see, the person has never made any comment again. That means you are not here. The person is not, he didn't make another comment. I tell you, if you make another comment, I don't want to divert to myself. The way why I want to answer you, the way he says, man of God, please, with due respect, I still asking you your opinion in the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu. Your follower will be happy to hear from you. The way he represents the question is so touching. He said, man of God, please, with due respect. That is not my topic, but the way he presents it make me to answer him that question. So I don't know if you guys want me to answer it, write on the comment section and I'll answer. If you don't want me to answer it, I'll move on with our discussion. We have some few more minutes to go about this particular name. There is every need that everybody should be very careful the kind of name you attach yourself with. It is very, very important that you look into. Yeah, Ibe Marezoku, am I correct? Ibe Marezoku, do you have something to submit to us? Any submission for you?
I have something to say.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well done, Jovika.
Dudo.
You know, I'm not a Christian.
That's it.
Although I was born Christian, baptism in the church, but I stopped being Christian because it's unnecessary for me.
Okay.
For what I see and what I represent, I don't need any religion.
Okay.
So I'm good.
That's right.
You guys are saying about name. I think what you're talking today is in regards to religion.
No, generally.
If it's regard to religion, I don't have anything to say. I don't preach to people not to go to church. I tell them to do the right thing. Yeah. But if it's regard for what we are talking about that is happening in Igbo land, okay, that one I'm after. Regards to the name, because I kind of had this brother talking before I fell asleep in my car. Before he started calling my name, because I was taking a little bit nap on walking. Regards to name, I like nice names.
So okay, let me give you a background. Since he said, sorry, I'm one day. You said something you like talking about what is happening in the East. Yes, I mentioned it.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Some people complain why they invaded Maaz's Kano's house, that he was doing his things. They went and struck him. I now said the name he was using to air his view can be an attraction for his attack. Two things. He was bearing a name that represents war. Number two, he was also bearing what's the name that represents war? Biafra war. Google it, the time. So whenever you talk Biafra, you are calling for war. That's why many people see it. That's it. Now, you're also talking about secession. Secession. That's why if you talk about secession, they will come for war because we want to destroy us that are united. But even though Nigeria is not united, if you want to tell us the gospel truth. So anybody talking about secession, you are calling for war. Biafra, you are calling for war. So with that name in there, we are Biafra. Hey, we are war people. We want to fight. We don't need you. That is what everybody will see. As I said, also Nigeria, go anywhere. Nigeria, fraudsters. Nigeria, money launderers. Nigeria, bad people. That is it.
I've been living abroad close to 20 years now. Very soon it will be 20 years I've been living outside Nigeria. I know what you're talking about.
That's it.
I have two passports. I got my Swedish passport 9 years ago. Everywhere I go with my Swedish passport, I'm fine. Once I bring out Nigerian passport, it's another thing. So
thank you.
I totally know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I suffered it so much.
What you're talking about.
That's it. So,
yeah, but instead of being in Biafra, I rather accept Nigeria that I have now.
My brother, because for me, it didn't give me anything good. My experience with this Biafra stuff, it made. In fact, to be frank with you, this afternoon, that particular young lady, the 17, when I was 17, when they died the father, I automatically become their father. This afternoon, I was asking them, how are you people preparing for Christmas? The small one said, no plan, nothing. They have not bought Christmas clothes up till now. The other one said, they are Daddy, I don't need anything. Like, nah, I will almost shed tears. So what am I celebrating for? They shot the father, the mother just died because of that hair. He said, Daddy, I don't need yours. If I have the phone here, I'll just screenshot it and show you. He said, Daddy, I don't need any Christmas. Don't tell him. I wanted to shake, I just go ahead myself. So for that girl now, if you talk about Biafra, you are reminding him.
But you know one thing, instead of, I'm not proud of Nigeria
at all.
Instead of taking Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu, I rather it's like the evil you know is Nigeria. I rather stick with the evil I know. I know because my brother, I kid you not now. I cannot lie for you now.
Yeah.
Because already I've already see how their Biafra will look like. So I reject it with my last brother. A place where you cannot say your mind. If you say your mind, they will buy you.
Buy you, die, you are gone.
Blood. They will cut off your easy off.
Hey.
Understand? So let me quickly.
No, please, no, wait. Joe, please hold your peace. You are no verse.
I'm talking.
But allow him. No, let me go address him. Let me go address everybody. People not address anybody.
But let me say one thing. I'm not coming to him direct.
Okay.
Let me say one thing. Anything that I'm saying, if you don't like it, anybody don't like it, think about it. If I'm saying lie or not or truth, you know. Because I will not say what I don't know. I say what I know. So allow me to say what I know. Because I show so much concern about this thing. All of us, we are Igbo people, and part of some people say that they are not even Igbo, they come from Israel. They say it all the time. So I don't know why what they are doing in Igbo land, because those people are the people that even causing mayhem. Like somebody like me that came from Igbo land, 100% Igbo. I'm not coming from Israel. The Igbo I know today is where I come from. Understand? Now they make it unbearable for us. We that doesn't have anywhere to go. Understand? You change our Igbo-ness trying to give us Biafra. Try to buy our Igbo-ness, our Igbo-tic. This is giving me concern also. And that narrative, a lot of people are going for that narrative, which people like us now that is saying that we are Igbo people, we are not Biafra. We are trying to make it valid so that thing will stay. Because Biafra is not our Igbo thing. And it's tying off and off. And the kind of how you guys are presenting it is so dangerous. You always bring fear, bring pie, bring anything devastated, bring all kinds of danger to us. Understand? So this is giving me concern. Even when I sleep, my subconscious mind will be thinking about it. It gives me concern. As in, that is the only thing that I think about all the time. You know? So the people that follow Ndi Igbo today fall for what Ndi Igbo said. I didn't know if they know what they are doing, or they are ignorant, or they just know, but they ignore some certain things that they're supposed to pay attention to.
Okay.
Without minding that if these bad guys get you, they will not spare you.
That
even
is
if we are doing...
you are following them. That's the truth.
Oh, yeah. Even if we are part of them, they will not allow you with your good car. They will not allow you with your good belongings where they see some money with you. You think they will leave you? They will not leave you. So, unfortunately, you that is sympathizer or you that is following them are not saved. Likewise, me. So you will get the same treatment like
other people. Thank you.
Understand?
Thank you.
Yeah. So I know that Ndi Igbo, I have had Ndi Igbo since I had him speaking since 2015. I can tell you that I've been listening to him since long time ago. The first time I had this guy, I listened to this guy. I said, this guy is not making sense. Who is this guy? He's so authoritative, so insultive. Where is this guy from? I said, you're not more Igbo than me. You come from Abia State. I come from Anambra State. Who are you? Stay on your own. I mean, we Igbo people, we are so proud that we know where we come from. And that place where you come from is your identity. So, what are you trying to impose yourself on me? But see how he managed to do it. He managed to go and use people emotion by using Biafra. Because he's a common man. He will use Koni to lure people inside that.
Don't completely make the discussion on Nnamdi Abeg, no verse. But just we are talking about the influence of name. 100%
on him. That's why I say that you see that name, Biafra. That name, I it.
Okay, thank you for your submission.
Away with that name.
Yeah, still hang on. You will come back again. No.
If you do away with that name, Nigeria as a name, Nigeria, we know what Nigeria looks like. But right now, I stopped talking about Nigeria because what we are facing today is more dangerous than Nigeria. I wish we would do away with Biafra, then I will go back to Nigeria.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we can do a better politics so that Nigeria will look good, not good, but fair.
Okay. Thank you.
I know what British people do. I know what British people did and what the influence they have even up till now in Nigeria. But it's like we have a bad family, but we grow up, all of us, we come from the same family, but we have a bad grandfather. But we decided to make our family look good again.
Okay.
So people that came from Nigeria can decide to to have a better Nigeria. Maybe not wow, but okay Nigeria. This is what I agitate for. This is what I encourage people to do.
Thank you.
Nigeria might not look like paradise, but at least okay. We can remember about all these people that during the time of Abacha, during the time of some people, when Nigeria was okay. I remember when they sell a bag of rice 7,000.
Yeah.
I remember that time. At least not everybody can afford it, but it's still okay. So that type of Nigeria, that we might even say, okay, let's have it back. But promising people Biafra and buying Igbo people on a broad daylight, chopping off their issue, chopping off their whatever, that Biafra is tormenting us.
Thank you for your submission, bro. You have made your point. You come back again. I want to have the next person, Anambra TV. Before Anambra TV.
All right, continue.
Thank you. Before Anambra TV, I want to react to a question somebody asked on Facebook. Let me answer you guys' question. Because, my brothers and sisters, I don't hate anybody. But you're entitled to accuse me of whatever. But I know my heart. But I hate character, action, and I hate shedding of blood of anybody. I hate it with passion. Now, you asked me a question. What is my view about extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya? That is the truth. That is what was done to him. His human right was ignored. Me, ask me, I believe, if I may tell you, maybe I may be wrong in some things I call the truth, but I try as much as I can to say I stand the truth. I repeat, he was maltreated. He was not treated like a human being. His human rights were trampled upon. That is 100% correct. But until I listen to this man, and I need to go and read research, and for me, it makes sense. When a nation's security is threatened by anyone, human right is ignored. So why you see me get angry with him, I don't talk against him, but I bring up most of the things he did, and I will not support him in evil. I will not. Even if it is my father, go and ask questions about me. This is why my father, if my father tells us something to do in the house, everybody will keep quiet, and most of them will not do it. Me, if I keep quiet, that means I will do it. If I will not do it, I will tell my father there. That is the way I am wired. Bring me before a governor, president. What I don't like about him, I will tell him. In respect. Today, 1 or 2, 3 governors I have their call, don't pick my call. Nothing ever will I call them. They say, because I can't praise you when I know you didn't do well. And if I praise you, you do well. I'm not saying this is that I'm a perfect man, that I'm too good. No. I don't know why I do that way. In fact, they almost took me to court. My bishop, one of my organ in church, I respect them. They took me to court because they did something wrong. I confronted them, put it on social media, and say, Oga, you committed, this is bad. Because you can't tell me you suspended a young man for something that doesn't matter so much. Suspended him. And you are committing your own sin, mistake. I come on social media and say, Oga Bishop, my Lord Bishop, your grace, dear this, look at what you did, look at what you did, but you guys are suspending this boy. Evidence. Yeah, I don't care what make evidence. You did it. The thing is everywhere. But don't say evidence. They have already, I don't know. They said they will take me to court. Say, I'm ready to go to court or ready to deal with me anywhere. But my happiness is that I have told you what you did, sir. I don't do it. I don't do it. Can praise anybody or can stand it too much. No, it's like in the country. He has that quality in him to say it the way he feels. But his problem is the violent aspect of it. And I say, in what this particular video that I don't know what you mean. That Obara they maybe saw her now. In one video, ebe housemaid and I suppress it. I know I'm going to watch it to the end. Because if I watch it, my sister say, why are you watching this boy being dead? I think I'm not there. So I don't watch all of them, any of them. I saw one, the house girl opened her nyash, was pooping on top of, oh my goodness. Even when I saw that poop come, I just remove it. I don't, no, not there. I will commit, so that is the way I am wired. I won't because of maybe Nnamdi Kanu mere ya. You not go walk. Let me, some of you guys are writing, come back home. Even if I come back home today, do know with them, but I know you can catch me. But for adventure with them, I can never change what I'm saying. You cannot get me. So that's why I keep saying, if I'm saying the truth, Trump from here to tomorrow here with them. But if I'm lying against him, doing the rhythm, anything with them. That is me. So he was extraordinary rendition. All the one bad. His human right was trampled upon. I agree. But he knows better than I do about Nigeria. Nande knows Nigeria better than I do. And if you know Nigeria, don't play into their hand. So if you are playing into their hand, and when you were making that statement, we called you, we sent a message. They were calling us Janjaweed, they were calling us betrayer, they were calling us different name. Now you enter into trouble. You want me to pity you? I know fit. We told you. NSAS is not part of what you're looking for. Leave them, give them back. Now give my trouble, give them their I don't go fit. That is my nature. Anambra, over to you. Anambra, talk.
Okay.
No verse. Anambra, are you ready to talk before this guy?
Okay, I greet you, sir.
Bless you too.
And may your ministry continue to move forward.
And you too.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Amen.
So
It's
when we talk about human rights, great to have your speaker is on. So when we talk about human rights for Nnamdi Kanu, because my brother Vika, when my brother Ibe was speaking, he's speaking about the problem he's facing in Ndi Igbo. It might be Nnamdi Kanu. You get, so when someone is speaking and going that direction, you know that this thing is really the problem that he's facing, and he has to speak out.
Yeah.
So I will start from what you said last about human rights, my brother. I will ask, when you talk about human rights, can you give me the first 5 human rights? First 5, or you just say first 3? Let me start with first 2, which is right to life.
The 1.
And right to freedom.
2, freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech. Now, right to freedom of speech, Nnamdi Kanu denied Ndi Igbo that. Freedom of movement, Nnamdi Kanu denied Ndi Igbo that.
Sit at home.
Declare it at home and threatened our life. Life to right. Right to life. Nnamdi Kanu threatened our life. Freedom of speech, he threatened it. Freedom of freedom, he threatened it. We talk about right. Who's right? Who's right? So I don't like when people come up and talk about the right of Nnamdi Kanu when he has in one way, in more than one ways, threatened the life of Ndi Igbo in Ndi Igbo. We don't move on Mondays because he has threatened us that if we come out, we will die. He talk about his right. One man's right. We already know that when you talk about human rights, just make sure that you that is asking for human rights, you have not also in one way or the other threatened another person's human rights.
Okay.
Talk about Dr. Chike. Did they apply the human right to him? Did they? If they did, then maybe we can talk. So, just that if you are pointing your finger at someone, just make sure that the other 4 are not pointing at you. You cannot deny me my right here in another state, and you're asking for your own right. How? So, onye ọbụla na-eme mmadụ nke ọ na-eme, maka etu o si ewute m ka m si ekwu, etu o si ewute m ka m si ekwu, maka na nke onye jika. Nke njika bụ ana Igbo ana mpekere ana these 5 eastern states ọ nke anyị ji. And Oka. Onye mic ya bụ ọ.
No, who is that?
Okay.
Prince beg, no honor again.
Yes. So Ian is as simple as ABC. That I, as Ndi Igbo, I'm not a Biafra. Biafra only lasted for 2 years or 2.5 years. It's not 2.5 years.
Almost 3 years.
And that was it. Okay. It's not to 3 years. The war did not last for 3 years. Just 2 years, just say 2.5 years.
Okay.
Now, it will lasted for that until we Ndi Igbo have been before the war, and we are called Ndi Igbo. After the war, we are still called Ndi Igbo. Even the name Biafra did not come from Ndi Igbo. It was suggested by an Ijaw man, and also meaningless to an Igbo man. So tell me why I should die. Tell me why over 3 million people have to die for this name Biafra. 3 million Ndi Igbo. 3 million Ndi Igbo that died for this name Biafra. Even after they died, you came back with other rhetorics that you are bringing Biafra to us. As what now? Savior. The same you that say you are bringing Biafra to us. Over 30,000 people died. Over 30,000 people died in a day. In also local government. Over 1,000 people died because of the for Biafra. Look at also today. When you took away over 6,000 people in one local government, Maka Biafra. Anyị ka ọkacha njọ na Nigeria, anyị ka ọkacha njọ. Mgbe Nnamdi Kanu na-agbagharị na-ekwu Biafra, o ji abịa echi, o jiri nwanne echi. His own governor, Ikpeazu, was the worst governor in Southeastern state. He has never took protest to his house and said, this man, what are you even doing here? They are not doing well as a governor. No, he did not. But his problem is to go to Abuja, Jebutisi Buhari.
It's okay. You got check out our bro.
Thank you. One of the people that you have to hold accountable for the good governance of your state, you could not do that. When your problem is easy, if you will never get it, attack again.
Thank you. You come back again, sir.
You say that
you know, anyway.
You say what?
Yeah, you come back for the second segment. Let me hear the next person.
No problem.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really like your submission. God bless you. Okay, Prince, over to you, sir. 5 minutes. Are you there, Prince? 5 minutes. Okay, he's not there. Those of you on Facebook, you have right to express your poly, but I also have right to say what is what I believe to by the best of my knowledge. The world when somebody says it, these are telling me now come home. Ima all those people all those people, they didn't know. Now it's so brutal like that. But in my own case, it not gonna happen like that though. In my own case, it not gonna happen or not, it not gonna happen. God, because number one, God is with me. I'm representing some people. Some people that are calling me to speak out for me. We were unjustly murdered. That's why I'm happy God has helped me. And I need to move on to the next thing in my life. But each time I get another topic, when they broke trouble, so that's when you bring the question. So, because the way the guy put it, say, please, sir, man of God. So he came with so much respect. So Bob the Madukuhala, IPOB, or insulting people of Biafra. All you know, man is saying, what have you achieved for this? The rest say, well, Thunder will make it. Why all this? Can we change that narrative? Can we? Now I know so many people from the Delta, we are joining us now side Ikoku here. The Uruji, we forget the simple has it, don't do it this way. Hey, appropriate. They left the struggle for you people. Well, as you wish others, may it be unto you. Prince, are you here now? If you're not here, I'll go back to Great, and they come from Great to Ibe to Anambra. Great, are you there, sir? Oh, Mommy Treasure, do you want to say something? I don't think she has. Well, Great, go ahead, sir. Yes, sir. Great, over to you. Great life. Are you at work?
I'm here.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
over to you. You have the mic.
Okay, so I said I heard everything everyone is saying.
Okay.
And to be candid, I will not dispute the fact that we all had this license to express ourselves on how we see things. And it takes one to decode exactly what they understand what everyone is saying. Now, for me, the picture I got on what the other guy was saying and the other guy that picked up from me afterwards, they are expressing their mind. We understand, I know where Mazina and the Kano actually failed, and I will put that across to us, where he failed. And I know he did not just fail because he wanted to fail, but because he was turning down counsels. And when a man refuses to get counsel for people and feel he knows better than every other person, there's every tendency for him to make big mistake that will throw him into a ditch. I'm not an Igbo, but I support every bit that has to do with the betterment of Igbo land. And I vote, even if you have to take me to down on that, I will stand my ground. And I have been duty bound to promote justice for Mazina Mdekanu and many more Nigerians. I have NGOs that runs a name called International Movement for the Betterment and Stability of Nigeria. And what is our primary aim? Is to mend the broken wall of our country. The walls are broken. And the Bible says he that breaks the edge, the serpent will bite him.
That's it.
So the practical issues on the ground at the moment, why the country is being poisoned, is because some certain people approach matters in the wrong way, both the other side, our side, and everywhere. So, and the mistake has been done. So in order to run things, to better things, you don't run it the way it was done before. The way Ojukwu approached the issue of Biafra and co did not yield anything positive. And the father did not use anything positive because he had to go by the way war. And that already has given a name and a tag to that particular section of the country, that the way they want to get whatever they want, it is by war. And these people have cooperatively agreed that never on the planet Earth allow them to go or even allow them to come to power. It's a clear-cut fact, which we know too well. So you, Mazina Mdekanu, as you are coming into a matter like this, you are supposed to what? See what the elders have to do, say about it, not you, because you are new to the system. You are not even around where this war took place. Let's say.
Yeah.
You never fought it. You never understand. There are people who fought it, who understand the pain it causes them and all the things that are surfaced. How do we run this affair? You have to seek their indulgence.
That's the
But
truth.
where he now had this problem is that he made himself a demigod. Where I actually knew that it's going to fail, it was when he began to push so much out that people began to give him more respect than even the elders in Igbo land.
That is it.
And in any society, when the youth forget about elders and they don't regard them, I'm telling you, the youth will be open to destruction. That is why you see the doors of buying all the youths began to happen. Because why? They were abusing the right and the credibility of elders. And this thing was asked and bettered by Mazina Mdekanu one way or the other. Because he himself was not showing them the path to respect the elders who understand the land. And because he felt that he knew better than the elders, and you think the elders will be praying good prayer for you, they'll be cursing you that you will meet with your Waterloo. And things began to go out of hand. I expected him, after this is arrest, what he's supposed to do is to lobby around his elders. Okay, what do you think? Guys are fighting for a just cause. Agreed. You are fighting for people, then you hear the people out, right? So when you are fighting for people, you are fighting for the emancipation of your people, then you hear the people out. And who are the people you should hear out? Hear the elders out. Let them tell you what it is next line of action. You have done it to a point. Elders, tell me, what do I do next? Don't act as if you know more than them. That is where this problem is coming from. I won't lie to you. The problem, the elders would have strategically liaised with the government, one way or the other. You can say yes to any pressure around you, but you meant something different in your mind. So, but he just want to institute a act so that he will become the ultimate one who fought for the purpose. That's what I see in his direction. And again, it was very abusive, very antagonizing, attacking everybody that talks and say one or two things. And you forget there's a law. And you want people to abide to go by the law to judge your case while you are breaking law and breaking injunction. So, and you did not come with equity. So why do you deserve equity should be given to you? You are not portraying any act of tranquility, and that is what fetched this situation and make him more bigger and bulkier than what it is. So, but what do we do at this juncture? Yeah, we cannot put the blame on him. Like some of you are saying, oh, he's like the fought against his human. If we have to come out with reality and fact, there's nothing like fighting against or kicking against his human right. The fact is that you cannot approach a nation in that manner. A nation that has a law, a nation that you know too well, that they will not abide by your orders or your conditionalities. They will only abide by what they intended, and you should know too well there's a strategic plan against your people. So you must do things in a wise way. So the issue now is that whatever that erupted has erupted. So we should collaboratively come together. We can't say, well, because whatever the bear came to eat the fowl, we now begin to say, okay, let the bear eat the remaining chickens and the egg. That is what the python. What we do, kill the python first and then ask the mother hen and say, why do you carry your children close to that place? So we have to do, what we have to do now is to see how we can help our brother, because there's a plot against him. Quote me. Any day, any time. I have been digging deeper. I speak Hausa, I speak Igbo, I speak Yoruba. I was born in the northern part of Nigeria, and I school in Ibi area. I understand every bit, and I have people in different arenas who give me updates as long as Nigeria is concerned over this matter of Nigeria and the Christian genocide in Nigeria. And I've been following it sequentially, and I've also been a voice directly or indirectly. So what I want us to understand, Ndi Igbo, Biko, this is my request, because I marry your sister, I'm your in-law. I love Igbo to death. I don't care anything anybody will label with.
Chai, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you.
I love Igbo to death. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my children, I don't know how to say it, but I'm telling you, I'm coming in the next world, I'm going to be an Igbo man to the intent. I don't care anything.
Wow.
So I'm telling you this one, this truly, all my children name, I didn't give them my tribal name. They are all bearing Igbo's name.
Wow.
My family call me, say I'm a woman that passed. No problem, I agreed. No problem. Come in, they want to come in. It is a cry. I requested it from God, and God gave me the enablement to have this Igbo woman, an Imo woman, as for that matter, as a wife. And I'm happy about it. I love my wife to death.
Check.
And I love where she comes from. She's dead. And I was talking to you right now. They tied to me, Ogo Puchoi. My wife come. You understand me? As I'm talking to you, whatever structure I put for my father is what I put for my father-in-law in Igbo land. You understand me? I have my room. I have everything there. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that I am not against it. I was born in the north, but I don't have any property in the north. Just because if there's certain character they are exhibiting against the Igbo. Let's call it spade a spade. We know history. We understand where the origin of this problem come from. But another aspect where you can see Nnamdi action is coming, Nnamdi Kanu action is coming from, is just being biased, unhappy with what is going on with the Igbo, but he didn't approach it with wisdom. I'm telling you, he didn't approach it. I still repeat, the elders. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you think, me here talking to you, sir, I'm an activist. You think I don't understand what is going on with Igbo? You think I have to come outside to the detriment of one or two people? No, to begin to talk. I have to first of all check. How do I approach this matter? People know more than I do. I just came to pick up a story, an history I never know, I never participate on. There are people who are still alive who participated in the incident. Tell them, how do we go? Let them be your advisor. Today you will be not because Showore is somebody with good church mind. Tomorrow you will insult Yorubas. Tomorrow you will insult Edo. Next morning you will insult this. Who is going to fight for you? Who is going to support you? Who are going to? You tell me there. You will talk about this, talk about that, talk about that. I began to see that indirectly this guy is getting insane. I'm being real. Because somehow, some way, you are just pointing at every direction that's supposed to come out to fight, to pursue same purpose with you. So there's a lot if you want to grab issues.
Hello. I bet you guys should double tap on the screen.
So to summarize.
Go ahead, sir.
I make videos, I send messages on different social medias, I anchor some places, and I'm telling them, we'll not look at this man action. But one thing I will tell you, peradventure, Biafra come. Nnamdi Kanu can never be a good leader. He's going to be a dictator and a tyrant. I'm telling you, so he will destroy everybody and send anybody to jail and kill. Let's call a spade a spade.
Thank you.
Let him front the fight. When the reality comes, at least we look for the right person to marshal the whatever the nation. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Wow. What a wonderful submission there. May it be well with you. May the days be long. Your love for Igbo, you will never regret it. I've been calling you to talk since you refused. Now go ahead now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I used to listen, but I never wanted to talk. I just calling today to say one word.
Thank you.
Because we must call a spade a spade. I'm a typical Igbo man. May God be with you, great. Our end good in law.
Exactly.
Amen, my brother.
We love you.
I'm from Imo State. I'm from Imo State.
My wife is from Umbano.
Oh, my sister. That's good.
I'm from Owerri West. Open is where you get the Barras.
That's it. Oh, Nike.
Yes. I'm Prince Reginald Oka, Captain Oka. I was the captain in Nigerian Army.
Okay.
My dad was a retired general. Major General George Agbazika. That's my dad.
Okay.
Wow.
So, and anything for I love it. I came to United States. I have 4 years contract with US Marine. I left them 5 years ago. And here I am in Houston, Texas, in the United States. I've been listening to this program, but I want to drop one word.
Me and you in the same place. I didn't respond.
In Houston.
You say that
Houston. I'm in Houston.
I did Richmond, Texas.
Richmond. Oh, wow.
I'm in Southwest. Beach North.
Oh, great.
Wow, great.
Okay.
They asked for the cook room.
I just want to tell you, as a militarian, I have experience, and what you said is the truth. If Nnamdi get the Biafra, he will not be the leader. I take you by your words. He tried to be a one-man sport. That is where he made a mistake.
That is it. That is it.
Yeah. We clear Igbo, we white people like we worse than India, worse than I don't know who to call.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, Nnamdi don't care. He has forgotten about his life. He's ready to die. I'm telling you the truth because of that name. No, you see that name Biafra? Nnamdi is ready to die. But I pray to God Almighty he should not die because he have tried to fight for Biafra. He have tried. But there's something you pinpointed that he refused to seek advice from the elders.
That is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah, because there are some elders who's supposed to go along with him, but he started with elders. If you have been following him for years, when he started from Omahia to Aba, from Aba, when he come to Port Harcourt, great people did not welcome him. It's only in Ikoku you will see Biafran flag. And at this stage, when Onyeka came to power, he became aggressive to Igbo people at Ikoku. Because of Biafra, Onyeka moved all Igbo people at Ikoku where they say motor pass.
Yes.
To Obibo.
Yeah, he removed them. Yeah, correct.
My grandmother is from Urumukushi. I speak Ikure, I speak Hausa, I speak Yoruba.
That organization one
Meka. So what I'm saying in nutshell, this fight he is fighting, he cannot fight it alone. He cannot fight it alone. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, he made a mistake, but he has made a mistake. Not because of the mistake he made, we abandon him. That is why great what you are saying, I'm by your side.
Yes,
Who can because he made a mistake, we abandon him.
No.
You understand? There are people who have knowledge how to fight that battle you are fighting for. You're supposed to seek advice from them. There's another thing that made him to withdraw. There's something that made him to withdraw. Somebody asked him a question when he was released for the first time. He said that those people have eaten bread, which is true. Ndezi, he was working with the Royal Highness and Royal Majesty before. He was working with them. When he found out they have eaten bribe from the government, he now dumped them and left them. I concur. One of the Royal Majesty, which I will not mention the name, told me the day he came to his palace.
You remember? Remember I said one thing. I said, you see, elders knows how to play subtly. You see, Nnamdi Kanu was seeing it as a bribe, but it was not a bribe. See, the strategic way to win an enemy when you are fighting for something, sometimes you play to the gallery. Like one of my book, I say love is the only weapon you can use to win an enemy.
Yeah.
I mean, and what do? You know these guys don't want what you are fighting for. What do? You strategize. They give you money, you take it. But you still have underneath. You have an underneath plan. Because if you say no, and they subject the people that are supposed to be the voice, let me tell you, they are ready to bring everybody down that say no. And now if everybody is saying no, and everybody is saying no, and they are bringing them down, who will fight the cause? So you strategize. It's a strategy. It's not compromise. There's a way you can still do a compromise to achieve your aim. And that's being real with you. That's where Nnamdi Kanu never took a deeper study of revolutionists. People have all these revolutionaries and all people have fought for one thing or the other. He never spent his time. He was spending his time to talk about what is going on in Nigeria. He never dug deep to know why many of them fail and why many of them proceed. You can watch it very well. It doesn't make references. That makes references to revolutionaries who have succeeded, who have winning one way or the other. It doesn't refer. This one said, Gandhi said it.
I concur with you.
It doesn't make reference. So he wanted to be a demigod of his own. It doesn't make references.
My in-law, I hope Prince will not say you are collecting the mic from him. Prince, go ahead.
You see, Nnamdi made a mistake, as we are saying. We're on the same page. He made a mistake. And nobody is perfect, okay? In the military, where we have a lieutenant and a captain before major, major cannot go and fight a war. Major cannot go to war front. Do you understand what I'm saying? A major cannot go to war front.
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
No, wait. No, within the small.
A brigadier is answering that name under his rank. There are people that is working with brigadier that will make brigadier to achieve his aim.
You're right.
You cannot work, brigadier cannot work without a lieutenant and a captain. No. There are people, and if you try to, captain and the lieutenant will make them iron. They go iron. They go
bring
iron.
you down immediately.
Yes. They will bring you down.
That's why I said, Ubona.
Yes. So that is where he failed. But now the mistake has been made. Our Igbo people said, Shabalaba.
Shabalaba. You are right, sir.
It has happened, it has happened. So the only solution, we are praying to God to help us touch the mind of Supreme Court as they put this appeal. You understand? The Northerner, there are some part of Northerner people, honestly speaking, that are not happy for the judgment.
Yeah, I agree with you.
No, I'm telling you, there are some Northerners who are not happy. I school in Kano, 3 Infantry Brigade. I stay in Sabongeri for 12 good years. I stay in Kaduna, Tudunwada Polytechnic, Kaduna. My senior brother have shop at a central market. The other one have at Kawo. The other one is at Kaswambi. I speak Hausa. As for people, most of them are not happy.
Wallahi, nangira never. Wallahi, like it. Chigaba, mutumina, chigaba.
Listen. You see, this man called Nando Kano, he is living in a spiritual life like David. But we see that mistake he made to carry people along that will guide him. That is the mistake. Had he been known to carry people along that will guide him, by now for don't get Biafra. Because there are some people, I am telling you, who are ready to follow Nandi to the end of this battle, but he now left them behind. But what motivated him to leave these people and keep them behind is because he find that they are taking bribe. After he called a meeting with Ndesi, they will agree on one thing. When Nandi will leave, they will go and collect money from government office. Nandi now decide not to work with them. But what he should have done is to go back again. Choose the ones who are ready to work with him. There are people who don't eat bribe among the SSO. Not all SSO. The one with the SSO we buried, I think we said last year, December 23rd, is not Cholo. It's not Cholo, don't take bribe. That is why our governor of Imo State made them go buy him. You know the reach of bribe. People like him still take 2 or 3 we go fit follow, work with him now. But along the line, don't make the mistake. Let me not go there. All we are finding is a way forward. If God will help, with his infinite mercy, God will help.
Okay.
Touch the mind of
people. No verse. There are 2 things I also condemn. Why they're calling me name. Number 1, you can't be a judge, even if you're a judge, you're a lawyer. You can't stand for your case. That's 1. But why should a layman decide to stand for his own case? That's 1. Number 2, you don't also insult or attack or verbal abuse a judge before him, no matter the grievances. So,
he figured out something.
But does he? Is it the right thing?
He figured out something, sir.
That's not the question. Do you think he did right? No matter what you figure out.
Fundamentally, he has a right to talk for himself. Sir, if you have a case, sir,
okay.
If you feel you are a member of, if you are one of the member of the learned friend, or you have little knowledge of law, the little knowledge he had, none is educated. None is educated. Okay.
A doctor cannot even treat himself. Lawyer, I know of a lawyer that had a case. What? There was a lawyer now that somebody called him fake. I don't know, they called him fake.
What are you talking about, sir? Simon Eba is a liar. I don't know. Simon Eba is not a lawyer. Simon Eba is a liar. Or he called a liar.
He claimed to be a lawyer. That is not ascertained.
Nnamdi is not a lawyer. He was disappointed from those people.
Not well.
Attorneys. Yes.
That's your own submission, but for me, that was wrong. But go ahead. You have 1 more minute, sir.
He made a comment that there's a comment that made him to derail. He felt disappointed with his advocate.
Thank you for the gift. I bet let's push this live to let's push the live up.
Oh my God. Okay, sir, I arrest my case.
Sorry, no verse. I'm not interrupting you. Go ahead.
I arrest my case.
Okay, Anambra, what do you want to say?
I'm happy that I'm talking after you. It's actually sad that he was a former Nigerian soldier. It is sad when we all conclude, when he has already concluded that the only mistake of Nnamdi Kanu was not listening to his elders. I'm sure that everyone heard him. It is not about life Nnamdi Kanu has taken for Ndi Igbo. It is not about those that he has commanded to be beheaded in Ndi Igbo. It is not about the 2,000 heads that he commanded to be used to bury Ikonso. It is not about Chika Akunyili. It is not about many people who have died because of the rhetorics of Nnamdi Kanu. It is about not listening to his elders. And I know that as a soldier, his primary duty is to protect lives and property. He has failed, even as a former soldier, to have not recognized that his own primary duty, because they always say that a soldier is always a soldier, is to protect life and properties. And this man has not only declared war on police, but also on military. That he has commanded his boys, behead them and take their guns, use it against them. But his only problem of Nnamdi Kanu is just not listening to his elders. Well, the other guy, I think, Great Life, also says something, that justice was not done. Then you ask yourself, what is justice? When you talk about Nnamdi Kanu, but you don't talk about his victims. Have you given them justice? We are joking, we are really joking. I think we are not ready to be healed from this case of Nnamdi Kanu, because if you are ready, you stop talking about Nnamdi Kanu and talk about his victims. That is the actual, that is the next phase. If you want to bring peace in Ndi Igbo, the people you are to talk about are the victims of Nnamdi Kanu, people who have died, people who are fatherless, who are widows and widowers of Nnamdi Kanu. Are we going to talk about the people that deserted their village because of the plan or the mindset of Nnamdi Kanu, what he told them to do? Because they are doing it in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. And you're talking about how Biafra will come. If he had listened to his elders, Biafra would have come. Let's say,
that's his opinion, sir. Don't just say that is his opinion anyway.
Well, it's in there. If a major general like what is his name, Ojukwu, after the war, came back and told Ndi Igbo, a reasonable man, only made Chuchi. Ndi Igbo, say, let us keep this Biafra in our heart. Let us come back to politics. He even joined to create APGA and told Ndi Igbo to join. He even contested. What does that tell you? Must he come and tell you this is what you need to do? He used the body language to show you this is the way to go. Go into the politics and play the politics. After the war, Ndi Igbo still became a vice president in this country. And seaport, airport, water port, car port, everything in Nigeria is not give us. Until we are ready, we play the politics the way Nigeria plays their own. If not, the until you are ready to come to Nigeria and play that politics into Antosia.
Thank you.
Play that politics in the center. If not, how are you able?
Thank you.
60 years ago, 100 years ago, 1 million years ago, and they should Biafra. I am an Igbo man, no Biafra.
Even me,
I'm
100% Igbo man.
I'm very safe. And the word Biafra, it has taken a lot from me, and I'm not ready to be in that Biafra that I bring him. I'm not ready.
Okay.
You're so preaching me about Nnamdi Kanu, how you should be forgiven. Oh, me and enjoy. Say, what I say. Makakini, on the mention of Wahia, Ndo Burunko.
It's okay.
How we just being wicked as in Igbo. Can you call them when you go mad in Igbo? When you go to get an ebe? I can't choose to eat. Anyway, I've said it before that.
It's okay.
Justice Omotosho twisted the law because of Nnamdi Kanu. He twisted the law because the death penalty is the law. That is the law. But he twisted it and gave him life imprisonment. And we're still talking about it.
It's okay. Thank you for your information. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody on the YouTube said, Emmanuel for you to say, as far as I'm concerned, it was a fair judgment. My only concern is that the government has to use this as a standard for all. Now they should be termed. I think he's making a valid point. That's another thing too. He said, if you have given him this life, when it happened to Boko Haram, they should also give the life sentence. There was also someone that was treated for judged for terror or something, but they gave that one 20 years. So what do you want to say in this regard? One of the terrorists, they gave that one 20 years. They gave this one.
My Vika, can I tell you something in 30 seconds?
Go ahead.
Have you ever asked the name of the judge that gave him that 20 years?
Oh, God.
It's an Igbo man.
Okay, really? Yes, okay, yes, it's an Igbo man.
Igbo, all Igbo, that 20 years.
So, is it being fair? Are they fair to Nnamdi? Union got 20, Union got 100. But your problem, what about Igbo? All the federal government, all the government, the thing. Another point. But all the man are not going to differentiate the federal government. Oh, Omotosho is not a problem. He's representing the federal government who gave him life sentence. So in working, well, somebody talking about the second chance he has, yes, but he needs to be very careful not to repeat the same mistake he did. Leave, even if you are provoked, don't insult your lawyer. There was an incident, a video I watched. This video will happen to be a law-choosing person who sells car in a car stand. So some group of armed men came. When they arrived, they were pointing gun at him. He came out. I'm a choosing. They said, come on, get out of there. I'm a choosing. Who are you? Now they find this man. They find him. And the man is no more. People who watch that video were insulted. Now they are holding Susu. Religion get out there. All this over there. And then you get that confront. This was exactly what Nnamdi was doing. Onye G, your judge, now I care. You say, you can't jam me. You can't jam me. I'm Nnamdi Kanu. You don't know the law. When we say, I say, until we learn how to tell somebody, you are wrong. If all of those of you who praise him in mistake are the people who put him in trouble, correct it. Yeah, we can. If the lawyer, I also, those lawyers are not helping matters at all. You know, those lawyers, they are not. You saw a lawyer the other day, you want to talk, they are quacking here, don't talk when I'm talking. Why not? The lawyer will say, Mazi, because here he a member of that association. Other lawyers are watching you. Do you think they will pity you? And how we have done that day of judgment? They're beating a lawyer. Oh my goodness. One guy more than discussing this matter. He said, are they complaining? That they are not complaining. That the lawyer didn't complain. Why am I complaining? I said, are you kidding me? It's like when you have a sister married to a man. The man can beat her out of fight any time. And when you want to complain, the sister said, no, don't talk about it. I beg, I'm okay. I say yes, that your sister doesn't complain shouldn't make people not see it's wrong. That the lawyer is not complaining doesn't mean that make it right. This is somebody representing you. I was watching this young man. I like his program. What's his name? This one that doesn't like very dark man. That put microphone on his beers. Very wonderful guy. Name a good presentation. Ndi Igbo. Anyone has done on social media. All they go about health sometime. And when both the microphone in his mustache. Now, who can remember his beers? I forgot his name. He said something I like so much. What that is now? I didn't just escape my memory. What the hell? So, in nutshell, what was trying to say? Please, as he's going for the second adjournment, he should not repeat those mistakes again. He shouldn't. The guy said something. He said, in life, make sure you have a lawyer, make sure you have a doctor, and make sure you have a pastor. If you don't believe in Christianity, then have a spiritualist. If you don't want it, it's up to you. But these three people are important in your life, whether you like it or not. Because the spiritual control the physical. If someone defeats you in the spirit, it will affect you physical. You can't defeat it. So whenever you're doing something, make sure you get it right in the spirit. And its physical will blend and line up. So that's what the point I'm making. I think we'll be coming to a close for today's program. A lot of calls have been coming in from my phone and I'm using them to streamline. I don't know if anybody have any submission to say before we go. Any submission? I thank you guys for the YouTube. You people are doing very well. I have about 1,100 something viewers on YouTube. It's already 800 something, about close to 1,000 on YouTube already. So I have 23 on Facebook. I have about 33 on TikTok. Any submission again before we close for today?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
go ahead, bro.
Yes, Nandi messed up at the last judgment day, 20th of November 2025. He messed himself up in the court. On no account you will ever challenge a judge in the court. You don't do that. Somebody is there advocating and soliciting for you. And the same person soliciting for you as so rude to your attorney. He was too rude in the court. He was very, very rude to the judge.
And it's unnecessary.
I am just telling you that he messed up that very day. To be honest with you, had he calmed down that day, that judgment will not go like that. That judgment should have not been that way. No matter what.
Okay.
He messed himself up. I did not support him. I don't not support him. Like only I know the bloody civilian broke idea. Said that in the ego of Gahos, we got so let me tell you, during the Biafran time, a mama don't
Prince, let me address this issue now. During that Biafra time, Ndi Biafra everywhere, except on the Sabotua, which they were dead with. You could look at her now, Ndi Biafra. That's when Nani got it wrong. It does. Now, my hope was 2000 daily console. On somebody took that instruction.
It's stupid by doing all those things.
So that's the point. That's where he made a mistake. I didn't mistakes here.
Stupid.
Some people don't. I stood for that guy at the beginning. But what the Bobo say Biko, my born a call. Ya bam bag Chineke Bogako. Nah, it's wrong. Yeah, I'm not no trouble. Has him support. I know support. But I pray that God will show him mercy. That's my prayer for him. Okay. Somebody just came back. Okay, we do it. Michael, do you have something to say? Okay, thank you, my brother. We have about 3 more minutes, so we can go today. Any other person want to submit? Let me close for today. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm so grateful.
should stop. I don't like it. Killing people, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Killing innocent people, I am against it. I'm against it. I'm against it.
Okay, today we call it a day. Thank you guys for watching. Always join Jovika. If you have never started following us, do me a favor, follow, share the video. Always put your opinion, let it be known. Allow people to share their own view. We are all born to make mistakes. But when you are being told mistake, don't insult the person. Don't call him Janjaweed. Don't say he has been paid. Don't insult him. Correct it and move on. The people I had this program today with, if everybody had been sounding this way in my program, I don't think I will start getting angry with some people. Thank you guys for always joining me. May God bless and keep you in Jesus' name. If you don't get information, you are already deformed. Let's go to Jovika for our information.
If you no get information, you are already deformed. Why not go to your YouTube? Jovika TV. You want come for Facebook? Jovika TV. Instagram and Twitter. Jovika TV. Abi you want come for TikTok? Jovika TV. Abi na WhatsApp you want come? Jovika TV.